As a child, you were the one who understood everything, the one who helped everyone, the one who never gave any trouble. So mature for her age, so mature for his age. This is what the adults around you were saying about you. And it sounds for sure as a compliment. And you probably felt very well, very good about that. But you've been given a specific role. Let's call it a job. And nobody told you what the job would cost you. If we haven't met yet, I'm Simona Di Santo, therapist, sophrologist, and coach in Paris. And I've been working for many years with highly sensitive people. Many of those people were exactly this child. So there is a name for this. Psychologists call it parentification. It's a child who takes on the role of an adult, sometimes practically, like cooking, organizing, looking after a younger sibling, and more often this happens emotionally, like sensing the mood of the house, keeping the peace, being the one adult in the room at 8 years old. Now, for a highly sensitive child, this happened almost in silence, because as highly sensitive person, you felt everything already. You felt the tension between your parents before either of them say words. You felt when your mother was sad, when your father was on the edge, when something in the house was about to break. And a child cannot feel all of that and do nothing with it. So you did something. You became helpful. You became easy. You became the child who understood. Notice what that means. Your sensitivity, the deepest part of how you are built, got recruited. It stopped being yours. It became a family radar. And here's the part that matters the most. The problem is not that you grew up too fast. It's that while you were busy watching over everyone, nobody was watching over you. You learned to read everyone's emotions in the room except your own emotions. There was no space left for you. And I see this pattern very often in my practice. The people who carry it never call it as a wound. I meet this pattern very often in my practice, and the people who have this, they never call it as wound. They call it personality. I've been always the responsible one. This is what I hear. I'm just the one people talk to. And they say it with a small hint of pride, and they should, because it's a real competence, be able to listen in that way. But under that sentence, there is a child who never get the opportunity to be a child. And I like to be careful here. I'm not blaming your parents or grandparents or whoever took care of you. Most probably they were doing the best they could with what they were carrying themselves. And maybe nobody taught them either. You can hold both things at the same time. They did what they could, but it cost you something real. And naming the cost is not an accusation. It's the beginning of putting down. It's the beginning of resigning from that job. So what it looks like now, decades later, you are the friend everyone calls when they are in crisis. You can't remember the last time you called someone with your own problems. You feel guilty when you rest. And if rest has to be earned, you are never quite done earn it. You are excellent at knowing what everyone around you needs. And when someone asks you, and you, what do you want? You most probably go blank. Let's be clear, the blank is not confusion. You think to be confused, you think you do not know what you want, but actually is the pattern you grow up in. Wanting things was never your job. Your job was to take care of everyone. Your job was be sure that everyone else was okay first. Me, only if everyone else, it's fine. Me, only if there is everything left over. That is the scent I hear so often from the people I work with when they describe the structure of their entire week. And let's be clear on one thing. This isn't only about being highly sensitive. It can happen to anyone with a sensitive nature. It's because as a child, that sensitivity got recruited into a role that it was never built to carry before it has any safety of its own. It might be that you still don't trust what you feel is enough reason to speak up. It might be that resting still feels like it has to be earned, or it might simply be the old wiring that hasn't been told the job is over. Being highly sensitive is not the problem. What that sensitivity was asked to carry is the problem. If you recognize yourself in this and you want to share it in the comment, or if you have any question, leave it there and I will try to answer you as soon as possible. But let's come back to what we were saying. If you recognize yourself in this, here is what I like you to take from it. The child who grew up so fast, too fast, was just not naturally responsible. She or he was adapting brilliantly to a situation that was too big for her or for him. That adaptation deserves respect and it is allowed to end. You are allowed to be looked after. You are allowed to be the one who doesn't understand. You are allowed to be the one who needs help. You are allowed to be the one who rests before everything is done. And that won't feel natural at first. It will feel like breaking a rule, will feel uncomfortable, but that rules were never yours to keep. In the following video that I will publish soon, or you will find it here later, I will guide you through an EFT exercise that wants to help you to meet this child who did all the work and to start to give back to this child what she or he gave away. And when you are ready to look deeper at this pattern of yours, the link for a first session with me is in the description right below the video. If you have any comment, if you have any request, if you have any question, feel free to share it in the comment below, and I will be here soon with another video.